You and I could just have a massive fight. We'll get Rachel to film it. We'll meet in a field and just kick the shit out of each other. I'd beat the shit out of you with a stick. That'd be all right. I'd like that. Can we do that?
I beat the shit out of you with a shit-covered stick. And I just shit on a stick and then hit you with a poo-covered stick.
Way to make it personal.
This is a highbrow episode today.
I thought we were going to have a playful death fight, and then you start bringing shit into it. No.
You beat me dead with a stick.
Yeah.
Not even quick.
In a playful way.
I'm gonna playfully murder you with a blunt object.
All right, I'll shoot you in the face.
Top 7 best ways to die. Thank you. That's all I'm asking. God.
You're welcome.
Gee whiz.
Body farm is amazing. So you don't hate your body, and it's for like forensic science and murder cases. And so they put the bodies in like
yes,
put one in a field, put one in a wheelie bin, and bury one, or wrap another one in a plastic bag. And then they can go and study the states of decomposition and what insects, etc., have laid their eggs. And so when they find a dead person in real life, they can go, this person's a bit like Bob, who we found in a wheelie bin. And they can judge like how long they've been dead. And I want my body chucked into a field like that.
And you said, don't you dare, like it's my fucking fault over here. I don't control the internet. I'm not a wizard.
Yes, you are. Stop trying to deny it. Oh, I'm a magician. You're not. You're a wizard and you can do dark magic. You just choose not to because of like rules or something. The magic circle. Sorry, I'm just like outing you as a dark wizard.
Do you know what? My Buddhist hero is a dark wizard. I'll tell you the tale of Milarepa if you want, but I'm going to have my rant first if we're doing something else, because this is the reason I'm so voibial.
Voibial? That's a word I've not heard before.
I think it means like loud, but I could have made it up as well.
Either way, I like it. I like what comes out of your mouth. There was a lady who had donated her body to science, and it was however long later, her family found out that she'd been used as a crash test dummy. Yeah, right? And they were like, oh, you kind of imagine like if somebody you love would donate themselves to science, you think they're going to be used for, I don't know, surgeons to practice on or people to examine. You don't expect them to be strapped into a car and flung at a tree.
Like, how fast, if we throw this car at a wall, how much of it, the human, will be paced? Turns out all of it.
Yeah, it's not the nicest memory of your family member. I was sort of lamenting the fact that I'm kind of a useless human and don't contribute to the world. And one of my friends said, you do have a full-time job. And I was like, what? And she went, your full-time job is staying alive. And that's hard work. It's a hard job, but somebody's got to do it. but yeah, it is. It's a full-time position. And it's like sometimes I think like I wish I could just go on holiday for, a couple of weeks to get away from it all. And it's like I can't, because it will all come with me. I can't get away from being a spaz.
You don't get to leave it at home.
Yeah,
you can't forget to pack it.
Yeah. Oh, damn, I forgot my spazziness. It would be nice just to have a break. And there is no break to be had.
I have a good friend of mine who she's an aerialist covered in tattoos, and she is smoking hot. And I was looking at her Instagram, and she has like 5 or 10K followers or something. I was like, how does she get so many followers? And then I was flicking, it was like, oh, she's hot.
Well, see, if she does aerial work, then people don't necessarily know what her voice sounds like. And a lot of our listeners would hear us through Spotify. So why don't we do her doing dance and I'll do the voiceover, and people will think that's me.
So what I'm hearing is that you want to identity theft my hot friend.
Yes, please.
I'm sure she'd be up for it.
We'll just don't tell her. Sometimes after a seizure, I get this thing called Todd's paralysis, which looks like I've had a stroke. It's always on my right side, and it makes like I can't move this side properly. My pupil goes massive, and my whole right side is paralyzed, basically. And when it first happened, obviously the paramedics were like, this doesn't look ideal. And so they took me to hospital, and they did a bit of, what's going on? And then they went, yeah, it's this thing called Todd's, and it wears off. So it can take, it can be 10 minutes, it could be hours. And so this one took 4 hours before I got feeling back in my arm and my leg. So when the paramedics left, I was basically sat on the floor and thought, I will just stay here and it's fine. As long as I'm talking coherently, they know that it's not a real stroke. It's just this quirky thing that happens. But it's really disconcerting because when I come around, I can't talk properly. And I'm trying to explain that I can't feel my sides when they're talking to me. And it's like a big sensory overload because they're talking, telling me to do stuff and asking me stuff and hassling me. And I'm not quite freaking out, but it's, even though I know what it is, it's really stressful, like not being able to move part of yourself. And I kind of just want everyone to shut up, which sounds really it's not very nice, but it's like, just shut up. I'm kind of freaking out, low-key freaking out. It's just weird not being able to move, not being able to explain that you can't move. And sometimes when I can't talk properly, I can still write. And so a lot of time they'll be offering me a piece of paper and a pen, going, write something, write something. And I can't because I can't move my body. And this side's all droopy, so I feel real sexy as well. But yeah, so I pretty much sat in my lounge. That's a nice face. I know the camera will be on me because I'm talking, but that was a good face. But yeah, my good little cat, he sat with me for pretty much the whole time till I could move again. Mine will kind of resolve in 10 minutes to half an hour. It kind of gets better. And I call it like, when you take a lump of meat out of the freezer and it defrosts and it goes soft on the outside, but it's still frozen in the middle and it gets fully defrosted. I kind of do that from the top down. So I start to get this back first, and so I can talk. And then I start to get feeling until I can move my hand and then down my leg. And so it's like I'm defrosting down the side. I'm just a hunk of meat.
The eyeballs are the sirloin of the human, as my organ guy says.
I wonder how much you'd get on the black market for an eyeball. I tried to give my kidney away and I'm not allowed to because of
So they don't want.
ongoing health concerns, apparently. I was trying to do a good thing. There's a local guy and he'd put online that his daughter needed a kidney and he'd given her a kidney and it had its life and she was needing a new one. And I tried to do a nice thing by giving a stranger a kidney. And I spoke with the hospital, and they looked into my records and they said, with my health concerns, it's probably not a good idea to go forward with only one kidney. And I thought, I'm already screwed. Like, she's got the possibility of having, a nice, good life with a kidney. And I was gutted. Like, that would have been my thing of giving to society and being useful. And I put quite a lot of pressure on it to, make me feel good. And so all I can use it for now is tell people I tried to, and hopefully people think I'm awesome. Well, we're very young and very modern, so obviously TikTok's going to work. We need
We're,
to we need to learn some TikTok dances, Steve.
oh my God, should we? What if, oh my God, TikTok dances, but then in the middle of it, you have a seizure.
Well, that's how my dancing looks anyway, so
And you could have the AI voices like, this chick was trying to do a TikTok dance, but then she had seizures. Wah,
Yeah, it'll
wah.
go viral with people doing the duets and they'll be doing their seizures on the other side.
Oh my God, what if we did the spaz dance? Like we start the TikTok dance.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll take off, guaranteed.
Maybe if you do it in a bikini and I just wasn't there.
Maybe you do it in a bikini.
So at SpazCon
Mm-hmm.
with dinner,
And
is that,
we end the whole SpazCon, the big finale.
yeah, is vodka and pills.
Yeah, why not?
Just with after the main meal, they're like, and after the main meal, in lieu of dessert, we have vodka and pills.
That's a brilliant idea.
There you go. And then everyone just gets to not have to be alive anymore.
And it's doing the service as well because we're ridding the world of a lot of useless people. And imagine the number of organs that can be harvested. Oh,
So many organs.
if we're going to be harvesting organs from a bunch of spazzes, we perhaps have to not do it vodka and pills. We'd be
Oh, you
damaged.
don't want to damage those livers.
Yeah, we'll have to shoot them
Maybe
up, Steve.
that's fine. We can get a gun.
Yeah,
It's
and
easy.
especially if we shoot through the side, then we can still use the eyeballs.
oh, there's a Body Worlds thing, cool. And we go up and there's this sign, and it has like this really weird kind of like, I don't know, it's just very hard to like parse what the sign is saying. And we talked to we're like, what does that sign really mean? Because the language is really weird. And the guy's like, we can't guarantee that you're not related to someone in the exhibition because
Wow.
it was a Chinese knockoff and they used like executed Chinese political prisoners
Wow.
and then like plastified their bodies. And then like 3 months after we were there, the city shut it down and gave refunds to everyone because the city was like, oh hell no.
Imagine that. Oh my God.
Can't
Imagine
do
if I
that.
did it. We'll do a live. We'll do a Facebook Live.
Facebook Live. Well, I
Things
think
could get very dark.
if you did it, what you'd want to do is have like options and people the viewers would have to vote on which way you did it.
Yeah, yeah. Can we at least wait till we've got a few more followers? Because I don't want it just to be like we say, 6 or 7 followers watching it indifferently over their coffee in the morning. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there she
Oh
goes.
yeah, there she goes. Next
What's the
one.
next what's the next podcast to listen to?
You're like one of those plastic bottles in the recycling bin that still has the cap on it. And someone's like, oh, someone
Yeah.
fucking recycled this wrong. Ugh.
So I'm a unrecyclable plastic.
Yeah, you're unrecyclable plastic. You're like, remember those old plastic bags that vegetables used to come in?
So you calling me a bag of vegetables.
No, I'm not even calling you the vegetables. I'm just calling you just the bag.
And it's tiring just to try and fix yourself. Like just
Yes.
sitting still. Like I don't think people realize how sitting still is really exhausting when you're disabled. Like with more so for you, because with the constant pain, you don't have to do anything to get tired out. And so then you're trying
Hmm.
to work on your house and be a parent and have normal life and perhaps, work as much as you can.
Have you considered just killing yourself?
Many, many times.